Happy Monday, you weirdos. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, like every episode, I'm going to start with the question that Sam asked me. What are my plans for 2019? And oh boy, do I've got a list. Do I got a list? Oh boy, I've got a list. Sam, you asked me to do this channel with you, and that is one of our goals. I agreed, and we're doing this channel. And I think we're doing pretty good. We still got some growing to do, and we don't have that many followers, but I'm still happy to do it. And I think as we go along, we're getting better, so that's pretty exciting. So there's this channel, and then I also have another YouTube channel that technically I started in early 2018, and it started off as a more like a vlog, and I found that to be a lot of work, which is the way our life is with 2 kids and running a business and working a day job. Doing the slice of life thing was getting really tough, especially because I was just using my cell phone all the time, and then I'd have to unhook it and do business stuff and then set it all back up. It was getting too complicated. So now what I've moved in is to more like motivational entrepreneur stuff. Like I really want to emphasize to people why I think that everyone should probably have some sort of side business that they own and operate, that they're growing, or like have their full income be their own business. And I know many people that run businesses and do their own business, and I just think that local community businesses and small businesses are just key to a good community. That's how I believe they did it before we even had jobs. Everybody in the tribe had their job and tasks that they would do, and we would help each other out, or you would trade work for items or vice versa, but you all did it together, and it helped the community. And I think small businesses are the same way, and people who hire their local small businesses are really contributing to the community. That sort of thing puts you back into your own, and it makes you more involved in your environment, your town, the people there. So I just have a lot of feelings about people operating a business, local small business. So my YouTube channel is going to focus on that. It's called Dirk's Diaries, and I'll leave a link to it down below. And if you guys want to support me, I'm just starting out with the talking about the entrepreneur stuff, and it's a little bit rocky, but as I get going, it'll get better. Another thing is that I have hunting goals. So I started hunting last year, and I was unsuccessful in my hunts, but this year I plan on being successful. I got some spring bear hunts already planned, and that's just around the corner. That's not for everybody, but that's something I do, and I'm excited to provide that food and have that as a life skill. And then, of course, my business, or our business that we have a gardening business, gardening/landscaping. I was trying to stay away from hardscape stuff, but I think I'm going to move more into it. So last year I kind of took time off the business to have some good closeness with my family, because our son was born, and I thought it was really good for us all, me, you, and Freya, and our son Elias, to have a good bonding time. So I pretty much shut the business down. So this year it feels like I'm kind of starting from scratch. I have a few clients that I ended up picking back up from the first year. So this going into year 3 feels like a do-over. But I have some drive this year, more drive than I've ever had to get that business going. So I really want to work on that. I'm pretty much focusing on work and making money. I'm gonna do some side activities and spend time with you guys, and I want to do some camping. But my main focus is the business and work and supporting us this year. I really want to focus on maybe trying to get ahead. It's my #1 goal, is to get us just a little bit better off, and the business a little bit more going, and the ball for the business going a little better. Things that we do are like lawn care, junk removal, hedge trimming, gardening, and now I think I'm really into the idea of doing some like agricultural design, some landscape design, where you draw out the plans on paper for people, for homeowners and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna move into that eventually and add that to the business. I do pressure washing, so all the stuff that you would do on outside maintenance stuff. So property services, and my plan this year is to get the ball rolling back into like a smooth, continuous flow of work and calls, which by the end of the first year I kind of had, and then when Elias came I kind of dropped it, which was pros and cons to that, but now we're starting pretty much from scratch, and it's going to be a struggle, so I'm really going to focus on that this year. Just work and then maybe some camping. I'd like to do some more camping. We normally camp every year, but last year when Elias was born and then we ended up having to move because the place we were living sold, it ended up being really complicated, and by the time it was all done, the rainy season had moved upon us, and so with a newborn and it being colder out, by the time we were ready to do anything, we just didn't get a chance to go camping. So I'd like to do some camping this year with all our kids. We normally camp at the ocean on Sombrio Beach. I recommend you guys look at that, or in Dirk's Diaries on one of my older videos, I have a video of Sombrio Beach. You should check it out, and you'll know what that's like. And we camped right there on the sandy beach with the ocean and the waves, and that's normally what we do, but that limits what you can do there. You can only do land activities unless you're surfing or can take the cold water, but with the kids, they're not like swimming and experiencing the water. So I think this year we're going to head more to like a laked area, so that our daughter Freya, who's going to be almost 3, will be able to play in the water and be safe. Yeah, I actually nailed those out pretty good. I mean, I could go into subcategories on goals, like what my goals are for hunting, what my goals are for the business, and what my goals are for the family, but pretty much my goals are hunting, providing food, working in the business, growing that, and providing more stable income for us, and maybe saving some money for our future, and then spending time with my family. My 3 main goals. So Sam, you're into sword fighting and Brulhart, whatever that Battle of the Nations is, and Lucas is also involved in that, your brother, and it's one of your hobbies and goals to be involved in this year and get better at. So I was just wondering, would you like to show your armor and your pieces of armor and talk about what you've got, what you're missing, and what it's good for? I'd like to get a little more insight into it. I know that you wish that I was more involved in the sword fighting aspect of things, and I do enjoy watching it and stuff, but I just already have so much going on that I can't personally take on another hobby. But I think it's good. This is something you're doing, and it's super, super hardcore. You got to be physically strong, train as a sword fighter, wear your armor, and it's quite expensive, so it's a good thing that only one of us is doing it. But yeah, I'd like to see your pieces of armor, what they're good for, why you have them, what you're missing, what you would like, and maybe get a little better insight of what you got going on there. Okay, thanks for watching this video, guys. That's about it. It wraps it up for me. Happy Monday, and I'll see you, if this Monday, I'll see you Wednesday. See you Wednesday. Thanks, guys.